Hi, I'm Katerina. You're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Man, oh man. From testing positive for PEDs, to paying off farmers to lie for you. And then we go from Glovegate to COVIDgate. This has got to be one of the biggest cover-ups in the sport of boxing. And when I say cover-ups, obviously, I'm talking about old media covering this up. Have you guys noticed? There's not too many articles about this story. And hands down, right now, it is the biggest story in the sport of boxing. Claims he had COVID, and about 6 days after he claims he has COVID, he's out walking around in public, showing up at rent-a-car places, showing up at casinos, never wearing a mask, as if he never even had the virus in the first place. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but when it comes to Nevada, if you test positive for COVID, they require that you follow the CDC guidelines, which requires them to isolate for at least 10 days. And here Tyson Fury is, caught walking around after 6 days. But just remember, these were just the days that he got caught on camera. So there's a very good chance he had been walking around the first day. And the second day, he supposedly caught this virus, right? So the question is, how long does it take for you to test negative after you test positive for COVID? Because if you notice, this is why I say this is a huge cover-up. They say that Tyson Fury is testing negative now. But the majority of people who are saying that in the media, they didn't start reporting this until pictures of him showing up everywhere without a mask surfaced. Before that, there were not too many reports of Tyson Fury all of a sudden testing negative for the COVID virus, right? So once again, the question is, if you test positive, how long does it take you to test negative? Check out this clip, guys.
Coronavirus Help Desk, a viewer asks, how long does it take to test negative after testing positive for COVID-19? Chief Medical Officer for Party Hospital, Dr. David Ellis, says it can take weeks to months to test negative after testing positive for COVID. He says up to 40% of people will still test positive for the virus after 3 weeks, but that doesn't mean you are contagious that entire time.
This virus tends to be infective for about 8 days. So that's the reason that people are supposed to quarantine for 10 days if they have it. So even though they may still test positive, it is not likely that they're shedding virus that could infect other people.
So there it is. It takes weeks to months to test negative after you've already tested positive for COVID. And you're required to do at least 10 days of quarantine. And Tyson Fury did none of this. Guys, this whole COVID virus is a serious situation where a lot of people have died. You know, it has completely flipped a lot of people's world upside down, emotionally, psychologically, and financially. For someone to claim that they have this virus just to get out of a fight is pretty damn low. Once again, if I was Team Wilder, I would demand proof of a positive test. I mean, forget about the test. They should just be asking for proof if Tyson Fury ever even went to a doctor to get a diagnosis. You know, I know a lot of people would say, why would Tyson Fury be showing up in public like this, like he doesn't care? It's because he doesn't care, guys. Tyson Fury, he feels his hope insurance is so good that it covers every single thing he does. And to an extent, he's actually right, because they are doing everything they could possibly do right now to defend every single lie that Tyson Fury makes. It's like Tyson Fury is saying to himself right now, damn, if all of these people in America, they seen those gloves that have been surfacing, my gloves from the fight, They seeing all of this evidence, and they're still going out of their way to completely ignore the American and take my side. Guys, that would definitely empower a person and give him the feeling of invincibility. I noticed since Tyson Fury pulled this stunt, even some of the most racist fans that I see sometime in my comment section, they're not actually saying too much now. They usually always have something to say when I'm making a video about Tyson Fury and Wilder. But they're pretty quiet for the most part. I mean, you get a sprinkle of the ignorant comments, but it's nowhere near the way it was before Tyson Fury pulled out of this fight. And the reason why, even though they're never going to admit anything, they're never going to admit that Tyson Fury cheated or this is suspicious, but deep down in their heart, their silence tells us everything. They know deep down in their hearts, everything Dante has been saying, it makes all the sense in the world. Everything new media has been saying is being proven every day. Every day when it comes to Tyson Fury, it's like new evidence comes out. And Tyson Fury pulling out of this fight, it just made everyone say, okay, now I'm starting to see what you guys are talking about. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I'll be back on the next one when new evidence of Tyson Fury comes out soon. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram.
An important message from Youth Fountain Laboratory, makers of VasoFlux and VasoFlux for Men. If you're over the age of 35 and over the years you've eaten pizza, dairy foods, deli meats, or meats with fat, you are likely to have some degree of plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. This increases your risk of suffering a stroke or heart attack exponentially, and no one wants such a catastrophic event to occur. Introducing Blackout. Blackout is made of all natural ingredients proven to help dissolve clots in the blood, remove calcium deposits and plaque from the walls of veins and arteries, improve viscosity of the blood, improve elasticity of the veins and arteries, treat varicose veins, and prevent the reoccurrence of plaque buildup. For more information, visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856. And remember, to help unclog veins and arteries, get the Blackout.